This conference will now
All
be
right, folks,
recorded.
this is Barry Hemsey. I'm with this little outfit called Hemsey Analytics. We have a session here for you to go over questions that some of our new members for the futures trading chat rooms have brought up, which include ORB and OTF and uh, and of course we also have DMZ ATR. So DMZ ATR or OTF. Actually, the other way around. OTF or and DMZ ATR. These are three major items we're going to cover. Okay. All right. First of all, we want to do what's more important than anything else is that we're going to import the code for ORB. So let's go and open ORB page for we have. Remember, it's slightly different. It's got more stuff in there than what you receive from us as a TSW. I'm going to show you that on off the website. Okay. All right, let's go here. Make sure this gets populated. Now, this software will stop trading tonight if untouched. Why? It's the end of the month. We issue keys once a month. Why? Given the price, we don't want you to buy it 3 months in advance. What if you change your mind? And you pay as you go. This way, let the market pay for it. Okay. You gotta be profitable for that. Yeah, you can't do this and lose money and think the market will pay for it. No. Market will pay for it when you realize your gains. Not an unrealized gain, but realized gain. Okay. Now, every month we issue keys, usually a day or 2 days before. This way, we're sending it to 2 days before. Why? Tomorrow we don't trade. Wednesday doesn't trade. Okay, so and there's always a copy posted with latest authentication of all members that are using the TradeStation. So we're going to talk about installing this because otherwise these two will dead. This is the indicator package. Okay, the buy and sell is the uh, the strategy. Now, first, before we go there, let's see what we have. Show you. Oh, hold on, not to but show you what to go for. I'm going to open the ELD command development environment. We're not going to open anything. We just want to look at because you can't. What you get is encrypted. But we want to give you timeline of the dates. As you can see, ORB. This is the strategy. You can see that strategy. This is the indicator. These two, look at them. They were created in the final days of September for October. So these two updated. Otherwise, tomorrow morning, well, you're not going to use it tomorrow morning, but you could see nothing is plotted tomorrow morning. And on Thursday, which is day one this week for the November trades, it's blank. You cannot even apply it. Even the indicators don't show up. Okay, so I mean nothing's going to happen. So 1 second. Oh Jesus, hold on. I'm middle of a webinar. Oh, this was the machine. These guys are really, really effed up. Okay, hold on. So let's go and apply that. How do we do that? Okay, it's on the website. You need to sign in, pass the paywall. You're going to, if you have more than one subscription, you see it like this. Otherwise, it lands there. We go there, and this is a new one we put in. This one. So you don't need the workspace; it's already there. But you hit that, it's going to go, and you're going to save it. Okay. I'll click on that. So right over that. Yeah, make sure you're clean. Get rid of the old ones. What I see mostly from people, even experienced ones, that they retain all copies, and the names are the same because it's easy of upload and download. But you gotta get rid of the old copies. Why? Plus, you have a copy on the website. Otherwise, you're gonna apply an old one. Nothing works. Then you call here right at the open on the first day of the month, which is this for trading would be Thursday for orb trading. And what do I do? What do I do? Listen, we're not very good at tech support at the open. We've said that. Why? Keeping our costs down. We're very lean and mean, and we expect you to have some knowledge. It's crucial. We'll give you some support. but it doesn't include at the open on the first day of the or because I'm sorry, but that's why you need to do your homework today. Make sure you're good. Look at it tomorrow, and then you go through no problem on Thursday. So we're going to apply. First, you download. Do not apply from the browser. Save it first. Go to your downloads. Here you go. Okay. So you click on it. This is just now we brought it in. Okay. Because you can see the components. You hit next and finish. You hit all. And you say yes, all. Let's go through everything. I sent this stuff out this morning, but by design, I didn't apply it until I could do it for you guys here. Now, if you have some exotic CPU, you need to also run what's called build verify all. That takes a little bit of time, okay? But you click on that, and you do it today, not tomorrow, not Thursday morning. Okay, now it's applied. Now, how do I know it's working? I'm going to disable it. Disable here. Hold on. Disable. There we go. It goes, wait for it, goes to white, and gives you a message. Automation off, confirmation on. Okay, that means this is not going to trigger. Okay, you'll still see these. You'll still see these, but not. Well, at least you got code in there, but just not going to trigger. But let's make it live. Let's arm it, as we say in the Navy. Let's arm it. Fuel and arm it. Okay, here we go. You put this on. This is your account number you're going to trigger. This has to be off. You go okay. Wait. Okay, goes to white. Today's date and the version. Notice we have not changed the version. There's nothing there to change. This matches what? The user group. User guide. So next item. So far so good. Now you're good to go. You're not going to have any problem tomorrow. If you're not getting this, okay, you've done something wrong. Double check your work. You still don't know what you've done? Send us an email. Okay. Please no text. Send us an email. Okay? Because sometimes these texts too long. I'm unfortunately, I've got too many irons in the fire, and I want to understand it well, or chart doesn't good looks like in a text. Please, best thing is to give us a snapshot. Okay. Now, again, user guide. You want to go and print this out. Notice these match. This is the latest change we have done. If we change something here, obviously this will change and will reflect here. Okay. And the other thing we have done is that what we have built here as of July of 2022, while I was in COVID in LA, was called version control. Because we have a lot of modules, you saw how long it would take to import them. We have a keyword inside of each module. They all have to match. And that has to match what your PayPal permissioning allows. And that changes too. If they don't match, let's say middle of a month we change it, those keys will change. If we go to 4.96 in middle of November, which we don't plan to, but let's say we do, then we this number is going to change. This number is going to change, and that's going to change, and so is the user guide. So please make sure you have the user guide. I'm sorry. Please read it. Often, what I see people do, they're reading it too fast, or it's their first time. Nobody said one time is going to be enough. Don't assume that. Why? Retention of the cumulative learning. So it's got 3 words in there, key. Retention, okay, of cumulative learning. So you got to pay a lot of attention. This is not simple. This is the toughest game in town. Look at your notional value is $20 for the NQ. I'm sorry, that's MNQ. Okay, $2 times that. So you're trading a $28,000 stock. It's not cheap. It's not easy. If you're using NQ, that would be $280,000. It's not for kids. That's why most of the Reg D guys are involved in this. Large net worth folks who are now, they take a small amount, 5% to 10% of net worth, they gamble with that. This is a gamble. This is a digitized gamble. You got to think of it that way. It is a casino. It's not for everybody. That's why we kept on saying in all of our stuff, there we go. Read this many times. As a matter of fact, we're now posting it several times also on Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn saying, guys, don't come in here think that's easy. Read the disclaimer, okay? Key areas here you want to do. Make sure you don't have OneDrive or Dropbox on your machine. You have to, or if it's a OneDrive that they're now having, they force it down your throat. They have a provision that you come down down here, this is what's called system trade. You can stop it so that during the trading hours, Orb does not have a problem worry about one drive. What these guys do is they're writing for you to save you as a copy. Problem is that they do with everything. You buy or you do an order, you change this. Everything that's happening in there goes there. It's too much transaction. Okay. In a fast market, you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot. What you need to do is back up at the end of the day. Okay, I'll show you that. It's done in your it's stored in their documents archives. Make sure these are good. I look at this often, maybe once a day, maybe every other day, to make sure. Of course, not on this machine because this is just a broadcast only, and not on the NQ zones. But on developments, you have two development machines plus the front end. Half the machines are yours, half of it is mine. This is operationally. Those I have to. I have to make sure they're backed up. Why? It's the fastest way to recover. How do you make a backup? File, backup. This is crucial. And then you go there, do unclick, uncheck data cache. Make sure you're doing, you keep several copies, not just one, and it's after the market is closed. Between 5 and 6 p.m. Eastern is the best time. So you don't have activity while you're trying to save. And you hit back up and boom, it goes. There are other ones here that comes, I've taken them out. This machine is called B21 Raiders. I've taken them out, like weeklies, dailies, and all that. No, I want to have my file. Why? I have multiple machines. I keep a copy of it on a SIM drive. Yes. So from the SIM drive, not just on this, if this even drive dies, I can recover from the SIM drive. All I have to do is change the drive, put a new one in, put Windows in, and put TraceStation, then bring the file. You get everything back. So if you lose a drive, it's maybe a couple hours of work. Even you have the drive. If you don't have a drive, you have to order it Amazon or Best Buys are good too. Make sure you have SSDs, solid state SSDs. I'm sorry, Sierra Delta. So those are what do you call it? Solid state drives, so they're instant read writes. Okay, and about 200 gig or 100 gig is enough because you can go there and see how much we're using. Hold on. So look at this. Look, I'm using about 60. No, that's I'm using about 70 gigabytes. 70. So that's enough. Sometimes I back up and stuff just for extra, but that's a backup. That's a 2 terabyte backup. That's why nothing is there. But this one, 70 what does. So 125, 250, you're fine. Okay. But make sure it's SSD. Make sure life's simpler. The other things you want to have UPS. UPS. I suggest you get Sine Wave. Sine Wave, you get it on Amazon. It's a little bit on the higher end, but it's a key. Two things are it's done. Sine Wave. Yes, Amazon. There we go. There we go. You want to get these. This is what you want to get. Boom. That's what I have. This tells you this is a Sine Wave. Cleanest way to protect two things: chips in your motherboard and color of your monitor. Okay. Yeah. We're going to talk about a little computer too, just a bit. And 1500. You want 1500 a VA, and then Sine Wave. This is probably the best you can. That's I think I've got like 4 of them here. As one fails, I don't get batteries for it. I dump them out, buy a new one of these because why? They're the older ones. The memories are older. I mean the batteries. Okay. Plus, it gives you a count on minutes you have. When the power goes off, this counts the minute. It gets off it goes on battery mode. It shows how much battery you have, how much usage you have, and how much time is left. This way, it keeps you at calm, so you exit orderly. I don't say trade or get into a new order. No, but maybe manipulate and while watching your minutes, and then get out. Don't let it go to the last 5 minutes or so. Be out. Also, make sure your router has a UPS too, unless it's in the same room and you can attach it to this. If you have multiple computers, you get one of these per. Do not share. All you can share on this is something very small, like a router has a small VA, which is wattage usage. Okay. You want the majority is for your drive, at least one monitor. Back of this, if you go to the back of these, you see you have 2 sets. I would use the left side. This is a battery. Right is for a second and third monitor. But here you want to do your what do you call it? On the left. You want to use your this is battery and surge. Yeah, this is what you want to do. Battery and surge. That's a surge only. So you got to be kind of careful linear programming wise. Where's the next watt of battery is going to be used for? So one computer, one router, one monitor. Rest should be backup. This way, that means on a surge. That means if you lose it, you lose it, but at least you have more power to survive. Okay. As far as a computer, hold on. What suggests you should have for a computer as a minimum? Let me go to Amazon. I'm going to show one of them. I'm going to show you this machine. Okay, so we go to orders, and we're going to hit here. Let's see. HP desktop. Okay, I like the HP. I like also Dell, but nothing else. Okay, there we go. This is this machine. Okay, so let's go and take a look. I'm not saying this is available, but you can see 16 gigabyte of RAM, 1 terabyte back, 512 SSD. I think I add a little memory to this. How do you know what you have? You go here, hit system, hit about. Okay. You should do this first thing when you sign up. Yes, I've added memory to it, so it's 32 gigabytes. Okay. And this would do 11.7 would do 11,000. This is like 6th generation, 5th generation, something like that. It's going to do. Now you could get i9s at a ridiculous amount of memory. That could be a little bit overkill for this, unless you train more stuff on sideways. What's important? Windows 11 Pro, or even Windows 10, but it has to be Pro. Pro has an excess communication package for Windows, and what do we do here? It's all communication. Whether it's the chat, price coming in, or giving orders, or you manually giving orders. You need to do that. Okay, and don't forget the UPS. So that's the minimum. If you have a doubt, go to Amazon, find something you like, send it to me. With overnight, I'm more than happy to answer it to you. Okay, don't order it and send it to me. Send it to me first, so I can have a chance to give you a feedback. Okay, but try get i7, i3s, and i5. No, those days are over. You need to have i7 or i9. I'm going to get probably another i9 as a backup for Tiger Shark, but I'm going to, at this point, I'm not in a rush, so I'll wait for the Christmas stuff to go through. Because, yeah, sometimes they push it up at that, yeah, because there's demand, peak demand pricing. So, all right, code restart, computing, user guide you print out. Okay, let me go to on-off on manual intervention. Okay, as you notice there, this is live. You come in the morning and you're gonna see. Let me do this. Okay, you can see this was live today. If I go back to there we go. If I go back to Monday, it's not because we've turned off Mondays for now. We look at these statistically. We don't look at 1 week or one event. Statistically speaking, this is having a problem on Monday. We turned it off. We'll probably turn it back on, but we need to really get a feel for it. And these are your levels. These are done by the indicator. That is, if you get the levels and these two lines, but not the red line, red vertical dash, the indicator is working. Remember, you have two components there. If you go here now to ELA, you'll see what happened. We just imported that. So let's take a look at memory. Remember, you can't open it because you're getting the encrypted version. But at least look at the date. It's important you know this. See that? The new ones are in. And the Zulu, you don't worry about it. That's a function. That's authenticator. But you could see that these are 10:30. This morning pre-open. Just about time I sent you the email. But you got to make sure you have this. Some of you guys don't do this and just call. Right? Hey, what do I do? Well, that shows you have your experiences down on the low side. You have to learn. That's okay. It's gonna take time. I told you guys, give yourself 3 months. Mine took 6 months, but we didn't have this resources we have now. On the website, TradeStation website, there's tremendous amount of videos. Remember, we're responsible as a third-party developer for your third-party software. Okay, we can help you a little bit to get started, but we cannot. We cannot be abused. Okay, Not that I'm saying anybody has, but you go to TradeStation there, and there is a learning stuff, okay? And there is masterclass. There's some videos here. Uh, you want to go through this, and then, by the way, they're gonna do the same thing with you for you. They're gonna find your problem if you call them in, and they will come back and say, okay, here's how I fix it. But to learn more, you go there. And if you're new to trading, definitely gotta do this. And you could see there's a lot here. There's a lot of in-depth work. I know a bunch of these guys who actually made these content. There are dedicated TradeStation users, no question asked. Uh, let's see, using TradeStation, see that, and you have a bunch of setup. You want to look at this. Please do not trade on mobile. Please do not trade on web. Web will kill you. Why? Because it's goes through the browser, HTTPS. No. You want EXE, the two connected peer to peer, just like your what do you call it is your go to meeting is. Mobile, oh god, this is just exit only. This is emergency. Everything goes bad, you get on the phone, try to get out. If it doesn't count, you call in. You call in, you ask for track desk. Option one, I think you call in, type in 1-2. Option one and futures. And then you got to tell them, here's the account number. They have to authenticate you. It's going to take maybe 30 seconds. And then you tell them what you want to be done. I would say if it gets that bad, you have to call them, go flat. Oh, I'm going to lose some money. I don't care. Go flat. Okay. Don't make it worse. Okay. Because you're not in control. I'm a control freak. I know what it means to me to lose control. I freak out. And so best thing is just go flat. And then let the dust settle. Then you do what as Nancy would call investigate. Yeah, she's a data scientist, so she's got to investigate. Yes. And find out what went wrong. And I remember we had an issue last week or over the weekend, whatever, and called in and we got cash involved and boom, cash solved it. I was confused for a moment because it was small. It was my phone. I couldn't tell. And of course, there was a copy of my email, but I wasn't near home. I can't open my 15 emails on the phone. It'll kill my phone. So emails are here. I only have a Gmail there for more personal emergencies, like let's say Google Maps and that kind of stuff, phone calls, all that. So try to work with us. We'll help you to the extent we can. But our responsibility is, if you're a happy member, about this, okay, and this. This is a hybrid. We also have that in the Happy Expert, but we also use it embedded in that indicator, which is if you do it like this, you can see that, or 4.9 is part of that. The indicator comes. These dots are drawn by that. You need to see a dash line. If you don't see a dash line, then the problem is in the strategy, not the indicator. If you click here, see that? Well, that's a 10 lines drawing. I'm sorry, but if you go to studies, there we go. There's your strategies. You see that? That's that one. If you have any doubts, remove it, reinstall it. You can get something garbled. It's possible. Nobody's going to warn you that. That's why we take things out. But anyhow, so this is how that part works to kind of decipher what's going on. Okay. Obviously, if it's not drawing, you're not going to get the okay. When you get green with this okay, then you're good to go. Everything is working. Okay. Again, we forced the version control to eliminate confusion. And one big confusion we had was Admiral Esposito. There wasn't 1 month until July of 22 where he got the package. He would call me and say, I need help. Now, he's an experienced TradeStation user, 5 years. Why? Sometimes you have too much going on. You're not paying attention. He babysits 3 kids while his wife is working. He works from home. You can imagine. That's difficult. I feel for him, but that's how it is. So, I tell him, go marry again. Go marry well, I tell him, yeah. Where are we? There we go. That's where we are. Okay. So, as it draws the trades, as the trade ends, it draws that line. Okay, so you know that. You could see how it writes it on the screen. -3 is when you're short 3. Here's 0, that means stopped out. And the order that was executed for the action is written up there. It's called trade. strategic signal name. So it's a SE short entry. That's a stop out of the short exit. Okay. This is a long entry, and always multiples of three. On MNQs, we're running MNQ. You can go from 3 to 30, but please don't go to 6 and 9. Some of you went a little bit too fast. I won't mention any names, but 2 of them are sitting in the room right now. Okay, don't do that. It has nothing to do with what you want of the market. Market will decide what you're gonna get, not you. And if you push it too far, if you change your what do you call it, your math, this do the like a. I'm not gonna go into that here, but think of it as like a Monte Carlo simulation. Again, this is an OR issue. That's geeky. But you can't change your bet size constantly back and forth. Why? If you raise it, you have 1 or 2 bad trades, you're wiped out. Stay constant. Change your website, bet size. This input. This is the only input you have. There we go. This one. So you go to customize. That's only one shows. Okay. But this is the release copy for you guys. You can change that up to 30, but I wouldn't go there. That's 3 NQs. Don't go there. Don't. I would go first 3 months at 3, and then maybe if you're nicely profitable, you can go to 6. Go up the risk ladder slowly. Again, 90, 90, 90 rule. Okay. 90% of the time, the trader loses 90% of his account in the first 90 days. It's devastating. Think about that. That's a hard-earned money you put into work here. 90% of the time, or 90% of people, whatever we call it, 90% of the account is lost within the first 90 days. Used to be 6 months. Why is faster? Markets are faster. We've gone up the scale. We're at 208,000 now. Okay, so the volatility, which is measured here by what's called, I'm saying, happy short-term vol, is much higher now. So I mean, if you were trading ES in the early when it just came out, like 2003, 2004, you'd have 13 handles. I don't know, maybe 3, 4, 5 tops. As we go up, remember we also had 2001 problem, we had 2008. This thing ratchets up, and you got to be very careful. Okay. Now, difference between, I'm saying, okay, now, if you go manual, once you hit this, okay, in the middle of a trade, it's yours. It's yours, period. That means you have to work through this to get out. So you watch how many units you have up there going up here, okay, and you have to make some decisions. You may have to add or subtract here, or when it gets there, manually get out. And you can't go back to OR immediately. You could do it in between 2 trades, would be about here, this bar. Okay, you got to at least wait 1 bar, right? And then it'll start thinking what to do. So in this 2 bars, somewhere in here, you can turn it back on by going there and doing this, customize and do this. It takes a little bit of time, but you got to go to the procedure. Why? It's safety. Yeah, it's a fail safe. So you don't go and do things too fast. Now, also, when you want to if you want to use the dome, there is preferences, order entry, okay, futures. Guys, please go read this. This validation conference. These has to be off. Otherwise, dome would not work. Now, you take these off, you have no fail safe. You touch it, it's yours. If I say, for example, sell, it's gonna. Yeah, if I put that in, it's gonna go sell that. It's on. It's live. So cancel it. Oh, you can't. Yeah, you can see that. One way quickly. If you have multiples like this, don't try to cancel them there. Go here. Boom. There's no time. You may miss it by your hand movement. The yellow. Boom. You're out. Okay. Now on the trade manager. Let's go through trade manager here. Oh, up here you can. You hit your balances. You want to see what your balances are. This is the same, obviously. You want to see what the balances are. Okay? We lost 608, 607. Why? That's our commissions. $2 each side. And there's a fee. Yeah, I think it's 4 years. Yeah, that's about right for the NQ, MNQ. So I think I pay 40 cents, something like that, obviously, because it's a function of your volume too. And sometimes you have to ask. They'll probably give you a better rate if you ask. If you're not, you're gonna pay a little extra. So always stay in touch with Peter Albino, our rep. He does all of our work. He knows exactly what's needed, how to set up your account. We don't get any credit. We are another why because we're not a worker. Yeah, we can't double dip. That's why we're a subscription model. He is he's a broker, so he can go and fight for you depending on volume and other things and your size of the account, how long you've been with us to get a little better rate for you. Okay, but the best rate is reserved for vets. Veterans of foreign wars, they get pretty good bet. I mean, price on the both NQ and MNQ, pretty close to the lowest possible, if not the lowest. Aside from that, you got to be a hedgy. Yeah, you got to be trading quite a bit, and they'll drop it a little bit more. But remember, the commissions are very low. There's very little margin there anyway. These guys, so and there's no, and so you got to think about also what Peter can do for you, Peter Albino. There's a versus what how much he gets paid and what he does for you. So keep those in mind. Um, if you have now, if you re-engage, okay, or goes back into control, but you gotta hit it here. You can't get in there a bar later and say I want to get in. No, you can't. You can't. The machine, no machine. It's just that machine doesn't look back. It can't. It is. It's like you. It's place an order forward. So past is gone. So if you miss it, you ought either you trade it or you don't, but you're manual mode until next day. Okay. Let's see what else I want to tell you. So keep these in mind. Okay. Any questions for me right now? Any questions so far? What time is it? 1:30. Okay. We started at 1:02, 1:30. Any questions there? Okay. All right. Again, let me talk about indicators. Okay. We're going to get to OTF. We're going to get to also DMZ plus ATR. Okay. And we have webinars. We're going to show you what you got to watch too. Okay. If you're with Orb, you get the DMZ is going to plot without the center line. That's the DMZ plus. You get DMZ and you get the levels. Okay. That's it. Anything extra does not come. As a matter of fact, I have a page that's designed for distribution to you guys. And what we have in there is the trading. We have a matrix. This is a matrix, okay, for depth of the market. You got to make sure your symbols are correct and the account number is correct if you have multiple accounts. And then on top of it, we have same versions of these so that you could see some of the look. Other way you could do that is go into opening what's called Trade Manager. Open up. I have it here. I'm going to show you that. Open a page and add Trade Manager in there from File, New Application, Trade Manager. Not Trade Analysis, but Trade Manager. Okay, and then I would set up 2 or 3 of these boxes, but look what you need. Like balances, this is the balance. So go back. The strategy positions. If you're doing manual, this is make sure you have it. Sometimes I've seen people come in. I'm going to close this. Come in and go manual, okay, and but they don't see their orders because they're looking at the strategy position. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, and pending orders, it's not regular orders. It's strategy orders. So you got to keep track of that. 2 of them are a strategy. Then this position and orders are manual. So you learn. Just got to do it. You got to use it. If you're a chat room only, you don't have to worry about it. We manage that here. Okay. Now, happy is a different problem. Happy is something like 20 indicators there. And you see some of the best. This version of happy does not go out. This is just used to the chat room. This is actually to try to engage you more. So you're here. Why? It's value added. What Peter's talking about, what I'm looking at, what Nancy brings up, maybe something Cash would see, and other members. So this you don't get. This you do. This is the DMZ, which is the difference between these two. Actually now we have a GC version of it, or CG. color uh, gradient. Uh, let's see. Do we have something here I can show? Yeah, not really. A color gradient. Oh, I thought I had a CG bar. Hold on, let me show you that. While I have this video, I might want to take advantage of showing you guys in live. Where's my CG? Huh? I don't have it here. No, this is old. Hold on. I thought we had a CG here. Oh, there we go. CG testing. There we go. There we go. This is a CG testing. Now, that's an old contract. NQZ23. And then save. Remember to save your work. And then back up your work at night. I would sometimes have to do a lot of work. Immediately, I put a manually back up middle of the day. That's okay. Again, at the end of the day, at the 24-hour anniversary of it, it records it. Okay. What are we doing? Up 33. Okay. You see the colors? You see the colors? This is what's called CG, color gradient. We added that about a month and a half ago. It came from my gradient, my gamma ladder risk manager, and we added there to show what the percent from 0 to 100 over margin money I'm using, okay, which is crucial to know where you are. We don't give that out either. That's just for money management. That's for the other company here, Tico Capital Management. Yeah, and you can see the color gradients. Now, this is available to Happy Expert, but not the risk manager. Okay. Now, again, the problems here, we have to help you. You go to TradeStation, they're not going to help you. We'll be more than happy to. We'll do the same checks. We'll look at a version, for example. Here we go to version, okay, and I go there and I say, okay, what's my latest Happy that came in? Okay, this is DMZ Plus. You can see it came in on 10/18. Okay, if I go to website, it's all embedded one file. To download that from website, you need to be part of a Happy level, and it gives you the whole code. But depending on what you signed up for, it only opens up those pieces. So if you change your mind, you want to upgrade, boom, within a few seconds you're there. And we'll always, and if you upgrade up, we'll always give you your unused portion back. There you go. Go there, and here's the key. Boom, up front. Okay. Please make sure you're updated 71. That's the release. Well, how do you tell that? Simple. You go to help, about, and you can see where we are and look at the date. We tell you everything. So you know we're in sync. Why is that important? TSW files won't work. Indicators will work. You can put ELD back in, but your charts will be not what we're using. So you want to get 71. One more thing. Updates. Make sure your updates are clean in Windows. Okay, this is Windows update. You got to check this. We got to put it on some frequency often to check that. I usually put it daily, and then I'll do it after. Do not do this when you're trading orb. Do not do this when you have a position, because a lot of times you have to reboot. Once you reboot, then that means trading is closed. Then you release the two things. You release the data files. Data files are located under your name, documents, whatever. I'm saying your name is / yeah. Hold on, let me hit this. Should say that. Hold on. Hold on. Where is this? View options. Okay. Okay. Show him. No, display full path. I don't know why it's not doing that. But this one. It's not showing. Okay. But it's under your TradeStation first directory. It's a bunch of stuff. It's not one item. So you dump the whole directory while TradeStation is closed. When the TradeStation reopens, look at this for 2 days ago. This is Sunday night. It brings it in. It takes a little bit longer, but you have clean data, including what's called exchange corrections. Okay. Now, backup does that. When you back up, it shuts down the data, does the backup, brings TradeStation on, and re-download the data. Okay. Now, but it doesn't get rid of the extra data. For example, come middle of December, you really have to get rid of the data. Why? Because you're going to be trading H contract. No longer need every tick of the Z contract. So manage your resources on the machine. your life will be a lot easier. Learn how to do this. We can help you so much. If you're having problems with Windows, that's not our forte. We can give you some hints, but we can't babysit you. We'll babysit you on our product, which is the indicators and the strategy. Okay, so that's that. Okay. Oh, to do this, you know how I do this? That's another trick. Go to charts, right click, go to settings, preferences, go to general and click that. Enable right button, double click. That allows you to blow up or sync if you have more than one chart there. So let me close this. I'm going to save it so that the symbol was changed. Okay, and let's see. Now, let's talk about fractals. Okay. So far, so good. Any questions? Gee, I'm that good? I solve all your problems? Or always have to sleep? I know what Kelly's up to. He's probably had a chiller kebab and relaxing. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not chiller kebab time yet in LA. It's only 2 o'clock here, so it's about 11. Unless he has an early delivery from Rafi. Yeah. But he can afford it. So. All right, so let's go to what started all of this. This series of changes came in Chicago. This is the original OTF. Nothing has changed since probably 2016. Maybe some coloring. That's it. No concept change. And we did what's called fractal. We used to do on the page multiple assets: ES, NQ, Russell, Dow futures. Then another server would have VIX futures. Another one had FANG names. A lot of it was meaningless, but we had to try it. We had remember, I come from experimental aircraft design. You don't know what the benchmark is. Your engineers come to you, and these guys walk on water. They could be all considered Moses. Okay, they part the sea, they walk on water. But how do we build it? How do we keep the cost down? How do we make it usable? And where's the customer? If you can't sell it, what do you build? There's no value. So it's an and, not a or. So we made some changes, and we decided one day, if you look at fractal, you know what a fractal is? Let me see. Let me go to a fractal, and we're going to do images. If you hang around the waters, okay, deal with that. Deal with fish and what do you call it? And yeah, there we go. This is a fractal. This is a fractal. Okay, the rate of change of this causes these non-equal, okay, ever increasing circles and power. Okay, this hit me. I'm a diver. This hit me one day. I said, rather than mixing all these assets, and we had like 4 servers for OTF. Okay, imagine what my data bill was. Yeah, what are we doing there? And we have only one of these. I think it was this one. We had the Excel for each asset. It was way too much. Now, what are these are defined block sizes. We had one fixed block size. So we went back and forth, above it and below it. And we download the data. Again, we don't know if it's going to work. We did experimental on another machine. Download data, suck it into an Excel sheet, and run some statistical anomalies, routines on it. You can build it yourself, or MATLAB you could use, or you could use some of the functionality that Excel offers you. You may have to add. That's what I prefer. I don't want any canned software. I don't know what's inside. What if they made a mistake? Remember, Robert Whaley had a mistake in his VIX PDF. I found it. Yes, it didn't match what SIBO had, which was also published by Dr. Whaley, the guy who invented VIX. So I learned my lesson. I can bring a math whiz to help me, but I want to know the code in front of me. I don't want black boxes. I want to know what's done. Why? So many people depend on me. This is serious business. That's why the stress is high. This is a super serious business. It's not for everybody. Most people will fail. I thought a long time ago I'm going to fail, by the way. But I read Bill Gates' book years ago that said I'm paranoid and stay paranoid. I am in total paranoid mode. That's why I'm constantly trying to improve. come up with an angle, test it. If it works, fine. If it doesn't, dump it. Go to another one. Because otherwise, competition will get to you. When you're flying the tip of the spear, when my dad would come in 67 war with 0 visibility at 2 a.m. into Sinai to help, at that time, the top guy there was Yitzhak General Rabin. Yitzhak Rabin. You don't know what you're going to be facing. Okay? Yeah, the Mossad navigator coming out of Lanarka, Cyprus, saying, 50 feet, this is what we're going to do. Lights off, no communication. I'll bring you into touchdown point. Well, Dad will take over. Yeah, get me to Sinai, I'll figure out my touchdown point. But, he's talking about Versailles. Because he had probably 5, 7, I have no idea, other C-130s behind him coming in. As a flight leader, this is all on his shoulder. So you learn to experiment, you learn to use it, but you got to be disciplined. If something is wrong, forget the football game. Forget the dinner out. You don't know how many birthdays and Christmases and any other events, barbecues for Labor Day I missed, not every year, but a few a year, where there was a problem here. I go back and look at the code. So we came up with these block sizes. We do not publish what those sizes are. Believe me, people have asked me. Major hedge funds have asked me. I'm not doing that. But it is, and every once in a while we have to change them. I think it's time has come. We got to get there. I just need a little bit of time. This takes about a day to do on a Saturday. What do you do? Bring the data in from each module, look at it, and then, because what happens if you look at the solution space of the block data, it's a bunch of bell curves. Sometimes there overlap, sometimes they don't. We're going to go where the center, the median of a bell curve is for that size. And that size gets inputted in here, and then this runs. And I call it recasting. I'll come back to you. I haven't recasted this in a while. At least 3 months, maybe 6 months. I got to go back. I understand that. But and then when it changes here, it's going to also change here. They're the same. The block sizes are the same. What's the difference is additional indicators. You can't put on top of each other. It's too much. Here is the Sigma channels. I know Anita loves that. And then here is fractal 5 is B-band, not Bollinger. The idea is off of Bollinger, and he's another good buddy of Bollinger. But he did a modification on this and was published for CMT license at MTA, Market Technician Association. Used to be in North Tower. Or was it South? No, I think it was North Tower, yeah. And I remember I sent some books in because we lost our library. We had a huge library there. So some of those books are never going to be found. Never be found in hand of somebody to donate it. Rare books. So, but that's the Bijan bands. He used it for his CMT degree. It has to be original work. Cannot be work that was published before by somebody else. If you publish it, it's not yours, they can't write them. They have a claim on you. So be careful. This is original work. This is Kettler band. Now, both of these are modified. Why? Because they have to read OTF charts. If they cannot leave OTF charts, then we got a problem. Okay. So because remember, inside of these are embedded volume data, but not all the volume. Now, price cannot change. Price is the same, but not all the volume. It's the block volume. That's why you have a little slightly different shape. Okay. But as you see, when we get to the extremes, we pull back. When these two get close, that's a confluence. Okay. Now, where are these? Why am I saying these? They're all in your videos. So if you ask me a question, this is my dad talking. If you ask me a question and was in a video, that tells me you didn't watch the video. Right here. This is the OTF. This is the original OTF. Then went to fractals. This is a very, very original. We start fractals in 18. As you could see, as different folks I taught them what to look for, and they came in and applied it, had some observations. We create more webinars for you guys. They're all there. Yes, there's a lot of work, but this is brain surgery. You're not going to go through medical school for brain surgery in a couple of weeks or a couple of years. It's going to take time. Cash tells me every 2 or 3 months he goes through these again one more time. Why? Retention of cumulative learning. It's not the learning. It's not just the cumulative. We also have to retain it. Okay, so stay focused. When you're watching these, go to your room, lock the door. Nobody can disturb you for the duration. Maybe it's half an hour, maybe 1 hour that day, whatever. Don't do all of them at once. Don't. Here's what people make mistakes do. They sit in one weekend try to do it. Oh, I gotta be ready. No. Who said so? Who said you have to be ready for Monday? No. You have to retain it. If you're not retaining it, you're learning it. You applying it to yourself too fast, and you're confused, and you're building. Building blocks are wrong. My mom was a decorated math teacher. She never allowed me to push forward until I had full understanding of the subject at hand. With one exception, between fifth and sixth grade, I went and finished the sixth grade in the summer. Went in there, I said, I have a question for you, mommy. And she goes, what is it? And it had to do with partnership, math. And that was a key part of the sixth level math in Iran. And she said, what the hell are you doing here? She was a sixth grade math teacher. I said, oh, and there's like one chapter after that, and the math book is finished. I said, well, I've done it. She goes, this is like middle of June. How did you do this? I said, nothing, Mom. I just sat there Monday morning, and here we are. So I have this question, because by the end of the day, I'm going to finish the last chapter too. And she said, okay, fine. And now, the whole summer, she worked with me. Why? Because you have to take the exam in Iran to go past sixth grade. National exam. Yeah. And very strict. Oh, very strict, yeah. I mean, they got, what do you call it, proctors walking around making sure there's no cheating and all that. And I had like a 19.5 average. Out of the 6 courses, I had 19.5. So I picked any school I wanted to. But by then, Alborz was gone. Couldn't get into Alborz. Alborz signs up in June. That's the best school. It was an American school built College of Tehran, used to call it. It was a preparatory, college preparatory. And most of my friends, the following year went to Alborz, but they were a year behind me. If I had stayed with them, that would be the case. But I went to Khazmi, which is up there with Hadaf and all that. And they're fairly good. And that's a chain. And then that was it. And I was there 3 months. 3 years. 3 years. And Dad came and says, I saw the 5-1 from the Shah. But that's this. We're going to England, to the US. What do you want to do for your, it will be December. What do you want to do that first term? That, I said, don't waste the money. I'm going to go out to Tehran American School to work on my oral speech. Reading and writing, I had no problem because I was in bilingual. But anyhow, so that's how that started. And then got here, I started working with computers, and I got really, really involved with numerical processes, numerical approximation, which, by the way, after Princeton, that helped me solve the F-18 problem. All those computer numerical approximations. These idiots who were working on the line didn't have the background, but the solutions were in front of them. They couldn't pinpoint it. Why? Because solution has to be statistical, not anecdotal. What worked yesterday means nothing. It could be a good solution, maybe a bad one. But if you look at 2 years of data, then you know the good ones. Statistical solution, not anecdotal. Where somebody said, yeah, if you do, somebody says, if you had 2 cello kebabs and 4 douches, you're going to be fixed. What? You have a cold, they send you to have chili kebab and douche. These are favorite Persian food. That's not going to happen. It may happen in some person, but that's not statistical. So back to here. So watch those videos, but please don't sit down one weekend try to do it. Do it during the week. One video a night. Okay? I'm not saying wait 3 months. No. You want to learn as fast as you can, but you have to retain it. If you come to a chat and to a chart and you can see what these are, what they mean, you're in trouble. This is a center line. That's fair value. Okay? This is MBS. Look, we use same colors. This is a light, like a kind of lightish. Doesn't want to be pink, but lightish red we wanted to have. And also we have it thick color coded. That's a max, that's a min. Okay? The center lines are going to be the same. I don't know why, but it turns out that K-band and Bijan modified, they both have almost the same, so we kind of overlap them. Or maybe to the penny. They're pennies off. So we plot one of them. That's close enough. Okay? When your scale is 14,000, a few pennies means nothing. Okay? Nothing. 0. So that's close enough. Look that up as a fair value. Now, a comment about MBS. That's MBS. This could be slightly off. Why? MBS has to be anchored. At the time zone you're in, you have to anchor it as the first bar opens, right? Now, how do we know how much is that bar is in terms of versus the next bar? Remember, these are not equal distance bars. They're not. If you put a cursor in it and move, you can see it's very different. It has to do with block trade. Beautiful concept, by the way. But so that opening bars, it doesn't know the anchor. Therefore, they're close, but not as good as what we show you here. This one or this one. Why? Because that's 3 minutes. Hold on. This is 3 minutes. This is very clean. And that 3 minutes, what happened? It's the median of the opening and then gets adjusted. Look what happened here. It's beginning to adjust upward with VWAP. Also, VWAP is the same. This is a VWAP, the correct VWAP. The VWAP we have on, it's just like a ATR. The ATR tracing mass is not correct. It's not. Trust me. Numerical expressions and numerical processes, yeah. They're close. But because the one who wrote this was a programmer, not a trader. I have a couple of programmers here who worked with TradeStation. Only one of them has traded before in terms of substantive amount, I'm not saying all programmers have never traded. No. But somebody as an expert, no. They're good at programming, but not trading. So they don't realize the time clock change. The problem with ATR, you reset at midnight. Wait a second. That's not the right count. It should be resetting when the market opens, which is 6 p.m. So on VWAP, we built that in ourselves. ATR had a different problem. ATR had a recursive problem. It was looking back at itself. This schmuck who programmed this had no idea. No idea. So we fixed it. We put it out. We urge you to use that. This is part of it, I believe. It's part of, I don't know who ATR code is for. I think it's not the basic. I know that. It's either pro or expert. Hold on. Let me go here and say, hold on. 1 second. I want to answer that question. Happy short-term vol. Let me take a look. From the authentication, I can tell you which. And last was updated 5th of August. Now remember, when we update something, we give you full pack. Download the full pack. Yeah, it's a no. This is pop-up. Yeah, this is expert. This is part of expert. The most exotic and not wholesome, but sophisticated and encompassing tools are in expert. Okay, and the cost is very nothing. It's like a $50 extra a month. Don't waste your time. Get the expert. Okay, if you have TradeStation, you should get the expert just to see things at different time zone, playing with it, and so forth. Okay. We added obviously CI diff. These are our first orders, or first indicators. Then we built also DCI, dual CI, and it went over because we opened the input, and you have no idea what people folks did. I was so fed up with it because they would change it back and forth without understanding the indicator design, and they would get weird responses, and they wanted me to explain to them why. Or how come mine is different than you? First of all, the fast, you have a fast and a slow. Fast has to be shorter term, so it's more reactive. This is more of a moving average type. And so obviously DCI is different. You have fast and a slow without the smoothing. So you have two inputs. But the second input has to be bigger than the first input. If you transpose that, you got what we call soup. You like more soup? Talk to Robbie. Okay, you cannot do that. You gotta follow rules. It's just like a McLaren oscillator. The second input has to be bigger than the first input. It's a smoothing function input. Okay, those are X or double X MAs. X or double X, any exponential or double exponential. I don't use any of that. I go beyond that for all of this. Why? Limit theory. That's why this little thing took me about 2 years to finish. I'm sorry, this little thing. And of course, DCI was easy. Copy an extra. And then the CI diff was a month after. We just put one package out, CI DCI. and then we put the CI diff. Then DCI sat dormant until that famous shower I had probably 4 or 5 years ago this time of year. And I'd read a statistical in a statistical journal an excerpt of something like this. There's a direction, which is the trend, plus momentum with a zero lag, because that's what he's limited. They gave an extension of how this can better be used in a what do you call it? I'm forgetting the name. It's a type of time series that is always active. It has to be always active. You can have a time series that stops. Okay, that you can better smooth the same concept. Okay, but smooth it, that means that it's going to be less reactive as this. So this is our first signal, early signal. This is our second. So then DMZ was born. What's the concept of DMZ? Simple. Above this, after it, this is what Peter contributed here. Peter Green, Cook. Peter Cook, not Peter Green, please. Oh God, no, I had so much problem with Peter Green. Yeah, he was a customer, but just had issues. Yeah, it was a very good money manager, but knows nothing about systems. So, and I just could not support him time wise. I just every day 4, 5, 6 new questions. I told him, I said I can't do it. Now we have installed a package that you can buy support time, but even if I'd done that, he would go nuts because he needed problems every day. And I just told him, listen, you need to learn a few things about computers and all that, because he came from Bankorama there. I don't know if you guys remember in the 80s. Some of the folks who've been more experienced, Bankorama. It was a box the size of like a 9-inch monitor, and all it had was prices, no charts, nothing. Later on, with through CQG and so forth, charting came in. Again, not color, very primitive. Yeah, listen, there's nothing like TraceStation, never, ever so far. And the speed they've gone, added data of their own, added brokers of their own, all integrated. So that's why everybody out there wants to be it's a wannabe, like Ninja. Ninja is a TraceStation wannabe. They'll never be TraceStation. So. But anyhow, after you go through this here from Peter Cook, you get a squeeze here. That means it gets very, very tight. Watch for a breakout. Now, it could break it out to the downside. It's a little bit tight here, very tight here, and broke down to the downside first. But they create separation from the ATR. These are DMZs plus ATR offset. Okay, this is available in Happy, but not at this level, not with these colors. The colors are ours. We don't give that out. Once it breaks out, you get into the colors mode. Okay, and then you want to let it run. You could see now what's happening. Slowing down on the end, the drop you had a drop there on VWAP. Okay, you had downgraded there on the MBS. Remember, you can't be looking at it like that. You're looking at it like this, tick, tick, tick. So you don't know the next tick. So it's easy to explain this here. When you're in there, you have a small amount of info. So you got to make a best guess. And you can see the slope. Remember, slope on color. You're above green with a good slope. Guess what's going to happen? You're going up. Until when? Exhaustion. How do you tell exhaustion? Magenta bars. Not being able to keep up with the ATR plus DMZ. All right. Now, so we compute this from a correct MPR, the ST vol, add it to the green, and subtract it from red. So that becomes your band. Fear green. Fear green. It just goes back and forth. Look at this. It says we're going to go up. Why? Separation. If you're not sure about this, read James Dalton book. We talked about it yesterday. Volume profile. It is a must to understand the auction theory. Those of you guys having trouble at the extremes, you're not understanding the auction theory. Stop. Shut down. Stand down. That's what we call it in the Navy. You shut down the whole fleet for a couple of days. Go back and understand James Dalton book. Remember, it's easier for me to say this, but I've been at this 25 years, 30 years. So I mean, I have one library here, a bookcase, large bookcase, just for my trading books. And then my other books, go in a different side of the house. And they're just different stuff. But this is just trading books. Well, Dalton was one of the bear books. Person who helped me the most, FT71. He actually took time to go over stuff with me. Yeah, bless him. I just talked to him a couple of days ago. He has some sort of psoriasis like I do. I had some questions. I helped him on the right track, including my nearest solution. Want him to be aware of it. Anyhow, so as the color changes, you're at extreme. You got to be on your toes. You got to be taking some profit. Remember, if you're going from here to here, hey man, take a third off, take a half off, book it. Why? Because it'll snap back. It starts hitting these dots are changing. It's going to snap back. Just like right now. Let's see where we are now. See? Now it's trying to run for these. The color will change. If it doesn't, you have room to go. You just don't want it too fast. Too fast up or too fast down. Why? Exhaustion. We're going to be running out of buyers here. Okay, and the guys who are already being long, they need to get out. So they become sellers up here. And you sit there like a schmuck and didn't do anything. That includes Fari MC. Boom! It'll snap back at you. Or here. Boom. And now you're trying to defend that opinion. Oh, no. One more time. You hear me say one more time. Okay? No. Just cut it off. So what you should do, call off at green or dash. If you wait to the red, too long. You stay too long. So I know I got to take some off. And here, I'm done. What? That's what we had the DMZ Plus. We're going to plot it here for a while, but it's part of a happy expert. We had a special on it last week. A few people took it. Mainly from the fellows from Admiral. He uses that a lot. This software, these bubbles you see, they're in the webinars. What do you look for? Happy. What's this? Oh, this. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. What is he said here? No. Oh God. Oh, Jesus. Oh wow. Well, you mess around, you get burnt. You get your hands slapped on. Okay, so we go here. This is what you want to watch. DMZ plus ATR. And you can see the history of development. We have a buy date and who spoke. And it's not just me. We have all kinds of folks here about that. Okay, that's Anne Marie. She's one of the best webinars. You gotta understand that. She's very good. And then of course these are ORB. So make sure you look at that. Why do we have this here? Because of a double ammo here. You get these, you gotta have tools to come back. As long as this runs 24/7. Now, here, goes right in the center. Exact copy. Actually, this is what you do. Copy window. Boom. If I take it out and put it here and say paste, look what happens. It brings it here for you. Well, I'm not saying you should leave it like that, but you could see. You can change the symbol or whatever, but it's here. So now some optimization would be needed of the time and all that, but this is what we use for NQ. No, sorry guys. There we go. Close it. So all right. So now these are sigma channels, standard deviations, simply, but all 7. 3 up, center line, 3 down. This is what we run during the non-OARP time. This we always run as is on the Zoom. This is on Zoom. Just have a copy here. And this is OARP. Okay? What else do I need to go over? EMZ, ORB, and OTF. Yeah. Okay. This concludes my presentation. But I'd really like to take some questions. Cash, you have any questions for me? Let's start with the smart one. Cash, what's going on? Talk to me. Please. Okay. Someone's trying to come in, can't get through. I don't know why. Please make sure on your browser you're using Windows. Not Windows, I'm sorry. Microsoft Edge or you see it down here. Edge or Firefox. No, not Firefox. Chrome. See anybody else? I don't know. Any other questions for me, guys? Anything I need to go over? Again, if you have a problem with our indicators, Tracer's not going to help you. Okay? They're going to refer it to us. We're here to help you. We will. We will help you at the beginning a lot. As it goes forward, we hoping that you're going to retain some knowledge there. Yeah. And so please be cognizant of that. We can have a bigger tech support environment, or then we have to pass that cost to you. We're trying to keep this lean and mean. We did offer, and still is there, if you have an extensive need, okay, then there is a fee-based service. I think it's, I forgot. You remember that, right? Cash, I forgot. There we go. There we go. You can buy a 30-minute support. It's called premium tech support. Sometimes you need more help. It's $50 up to 30 minutes. Now, we've had a few customers using that. Now, if you have a TraceStation problem or a Windows problem, then those are not our realm. We can help you a little bit, but we're not going to be able to answer everything. So be prepared for that. Now, one more thing. Oh, I forgot to tell you again. I forgot it. Yes, you do update. Make sure everything is shut down. After the moment this says there's an update, and installing it, shut everything else down. So don't do this middle of the day. Shut it down, let it finish, reboot, apply it. Then you need to get rid of, dump your cal files. We talked about that. Now, for one thing, you need to run the disk cleanup. Disk cleanup, I'm saying. Disk cleanup, you can get it from your search here down below. If you hit, let me close that, exit. Here, let me go here. Go there and type in disk. There we go. And do a right click. Put it on your taskbar. Why? Once a week, you need to do that. Once a week, you need to do that. Dump your data. Make sure everything else is closed. Then you run it. Now, to run that, there's a little trick there too. It's going to give you this. This says you have a system error. If this is lit up, that means you had a crash. What? Whatever. Windows, TraceStation. Something happened. So do not clean it yet. Hit this. So it's going to do a second pass. Okay? And depending how fast your machine is and how much memory you have, remember, memory speeds up your machine. Not too much, but some. You know, don't trade TraceStation less than 16 megabyte. 32 is optimal. But 16 gigabyte, I'm sorry. 16 gigabyte is a minimum. Don't use 8 or 4. Don't use i3 or i5. You know, high-end i7s, you know, in the 11,000, 10,000 and up. Do not use 6700 i7s. No, higher up. And I don't think you can find it anyway. And then you do, okay, when you hit this, it's going to take a while. Look, there's 200. I cleaned this morning. There's 296 megabytes of data there that needs to be cleaned up. Why is that important? It cleans your SSD. You can read or write faster. Why? When this thing starts moving in a market, you haven't been here for none. Tomorrow afternoon, it's our first FOMC at 2 p.m. New members do not touch. Whether you're writing TraceStation, there's no org for it. It's manual. Do not trade. You need to watch. It's your first FOMC. Yeah. It will be brutal. But this thing is moving that fast. If you don't have Windows 11 Pro and a clean disk and the latest version, it is suicide. You're flying a kamikaze mission. You're not coming back home. Let me guarantee you that. Take this seriously, these advices. They're serious if you don't. When that Cash tells you you need to watch those videos, go and watch those videos. But don't do it too fast. One video a day. Maybe one in the morning, one in the evening video a day, like on the weekend. People who sat there the whole weekend, they didn't retain anything. And they're in a rush. I gotta finish this. If Fire catches me with a mistake, then you even push it faster. No. Take it slow. These markets won't go anywhere. 8:30, as they say in Chicago. At 8:30, they ring the bell every day, Monday through Friday. Every day is new opportunity. What you need to do is raise your competency, your core competency, and your confidence. Because if the market knows you're timid and you're careful, like it's really tight stops, they're going to clean your clock. Oh, by the way, for putting the stops on is here. Let's do a test here. Hold on. We're going to put it 30 handles here. Yeah, this is live. We're going to turn this off. Hold on. We turn that off. Okay, boom, gone. You see that? Okay. I am going to buy 2 contracts here. Buy. Okay, now you see what happened there. Now I gotta put the stop it. Stop it. 2 contracts. Stop is in. Now if I go to orders, you see my order. This is my market order. Boom. Remember, I manually put it in. Now I'm gonna put some. I'm gonna put a sell stop there, so you could see it. Market order. That's your sell stop, and this is the exit. And I sort them usually on price, so the higher the price, they stand on top. Easy to find it. Okay, now I can add to it. Okay, now I gotta go put the stop in. Okay, now if it gets too much in trouble, I don't like it. If it's not my stop yet, look where I got long here. Then you okay, hold on guys. Okay. You go to cancel all, close. Boom. Got that. You're out. Okay, there's a message for me. Okay. Then no, but we'll be on the web. Very good question, Cyrus. Will the recording of this webinar be available on YouTube? No. But it will be available on Etche. Remember, same area. That's how we built our own library of particular detail. People who come into YouTube don't want to hear this. This is for whenever you decide you want to be in. Because now you got to learn the mechanics of it. It will go here. It'll most likely go above this. Yeah, right here. I got to come up with a name for it. We'll go right up here. It will be our most recent one. But yes, of course. Any other questions for me? By the way, let me check the video. Yeah. Murray, we're down 5. Jesus. What is going on with this? Okay. What the IBs are doing. Oh. Okay. This is another chart you should have. If you have a happy expert or happy, no, this you need happy pro. You need to look at this. This is crucial to see what? Measure the asset against itself, including why is it set up like that? What happens before here? News. What happens here? It's more news. Yeah, the 8:30 pre-open, plus you got 9:45 on 10. Okay. This time, all the news is priced in, so that becomes initial balance, IB. And we plot the VWAP for it. This is day session only. There's a .D up there, remember, .D. You can run 3 to 5 minutes. I've driven 10 minutes. But make sure you're in the same view. You can connect it from the top. You see that one? That changes your interval link. This is trade session. A lot of tools. This way, you're all 10. But I like 5. I like 3. There's a little bit too much, but you could see how it pushed down the low. The high was set. This becomes IVV. At what time? First hour. As we go above it or below the stats. And Johnny's a good keeper of that. And he posts these levels the moment 10:30 comes Eastern. And then you have a 75% chance to go from high, IB high, to IB LX1, first extension. LX2 is 50%. 75, then 50. 70 on the downside. 70 on the downside, pretty much. Why is this important? That was one of the first things I learned in Chicago. And I remember, oh shit, Marshall Robert programmed that. Look what level he went to. And these are back of the envelope calculation. Remember, some of those guys, present company accepted, have very little background. Okay? I mean, they started as a runner. Or in case of Borsellino, he was a truck driver. Seriously. The third biggest S&P trader came in as a truck driver. Why? Started as a runner, but he quit. Dropped truck driving. His dad, first of all, his dad passed away. I'm not going to get into that why. You're going to read his book. And so he became, as oldest son, a week after, a day after his graduation, he had to become breadwinner. And he had just finished his AP. I forgot from which school. But anyhow, in Chicago, a private school. Anyhow. So, but his mom worked for Leo Melamed, which was the chairman of, and she was a paralegal, was working for him in his law firm. And then when he took over as the chairman of CME, she walked over there and worked for him at CME. When this happened, she was really upset. You know, she had lost her husband, and now the first graduate of the family is driving a truck. And I respect Louis for that. in a sense that that was a man's obligation to do back then, those days, to help support the family. Well, he comes back from lunch. Leo comes back from lunch. She's crying. And he goes, "What's wrong?" He says, "My son. This is not what I expected from my son." And he knew what happened to her husband. He calls the gold trader, I forget his name, on the floor and says, "I need you to hire this guy. He doesn't know anything. He's a college boy. But get him in as a runner." I start from there. So strictly in there, for what I talk about here, something simple they can do in the back of the envelope. You can recalculate the high and low and the half the size. This is not magic. This is not magic. What's magic is here, right there, the calendar. Between yesterday and today, we built a perpetual. Are you with me? Are you sitting down? Perpetual calendar. Will never expire. And always know the holidays. How did I do that? I can't tell you. It's like a B-2 bomber. I can tell you, but then I have to kill you. No, we don't discuss our programming prowess. And it wasn't that easy by myself. Actually, I had a little trouble. But one of the guys at TraceStation helped me. And then later on, I helped eSignal to come up with a way of doing that. Because you have to have it's the way they categorize data. And of course, eSignal, it was always. Once TraceStation got into data business, eSignal just went. Why? They lost a lot of income. Data income. They used to provide data to a lot of people, other platforms. And there was a very bad blood between them. I knew both management really well. Both were nice and dear to me. I always, visit their headquarters and also in their shows like in Vegas and New York. But there was bad blood. And eSignal never recovered, in my opinion. I think now it's just some private equity bought them and just a disaster. What happened here was very best. Monex bought TraceStation. Big Japanese firm, huge money behind them, and helped. And let them loose here, distance, them do. What happened with eSignal? Some private equity firm I believe in Palo Alto area bought them. They were in Oakland. Or no, Hayward. They were in Hayward. And totally disaster, the company. The company was public, things were good. I don't know what that happened there. And I know Julie Craig, what's his name? I forget the name, the owner. Let me the president. Always give me a hard time. That's a joke, yeah. But I had carte blanche, yeah. So yeah, always invite me to talk at Expo on their dime, and these big booths are up front, right? They're huge. The traffic was massive. 1,000 Alex, eSignal, TraceStation, huge booth, yeah. And I would always take one of my trading assistants with me, and then we would handle the crowd. And then of course the what was it, Comdex guys? Was it Comdex? No, there was something else. They would come in and tell us, money show. Barry, what are you doing? Why don't you pay? I said, I don't need to pay. They're paying. I don't need to pay. I'm a draw. I'll bring you traffic. That means I bring them traffic and you traffic. So shut the blank up. And the guy says, you had this. I forgot his name. There were other orange guys. You had this answer ready. I said, yeah, because I knew you guys were going to ask. You couldn't walk to the booth across. The walkway was full. Then I would give it like half an hour, 45 minutes talk. Then I would leave and the whole thing collapsed volume. I'll go do different things. But remember, back then I was timer of the decade. I mean, not decade. Timer of the year. And my put call was massive. I was really, really helpful with option trading also. See, my premise was because of 2001. Because the capital people have shrank. 401k has become 201k. They need to go up the risk ladder to make the same income. So it's simple math. So brokerages in the stocks are not going to do well. Options and future brokers are going to do better. And the volume is going to expand. So go learn options and futures. Yeah. So, all right. Someone else is having a problem coming in. Any other questions? Let's shut this down. You guys can get back to regular trading. I appreciate you guys staying there active with me. Okay, boom.